Hello, everyone. Can you imagine being a child with no home, no one to call family, no safe space? Now imagine being in a facility with hundreds of other children. Wouldn't you be terrified? Children stuck in the foster care system face many huge challenges and problems on such sensitive and precious times in their life, and something needs to finally be done to change and stop that. Now, a big issue that comes with being in the foster care system for these children is aging out. What is aging out exactly? Aging out is when a child essentially gets too old for the system. And this process means that the entire life of that child in foster care, up until the age of 18 years old, has been without anything stable. Nothing that they can have and to carry on and just remember themselves in one stable situation. The effects that aging out can cause and bring on to these children is lots of struggle, like facing homelessness, being involved in the justice system in their futures most likely, and even having low education. In fact, those who age out of the foster care system are given percentages. When they leave, they are told 1/4 of you will eventually be homeless. 1/4 of you will go into the justice system for silly crimes, and 40% of you will not even finish high school. These kids are left their entire lives in a home with basically little to nothing, and then released at the age of 18 and expected to be able to survive and thrive as if any other person could. And they simply can't do that with the things that they have faced in life thus far. Another big problem in the foster care system is that the children's needs are simply not paid attention to that well. One of these things that affects and causes this really is overcrowding in the system. Now, there's hundreds of kids in facilities that are placed there instead of just being placed into safe other homes and options with new families. And without that one-on-one with children, they start to lose that comfortability, that safe sense of living. Children who don't have that safe and comfortable feeling aren't able to continue to keep growing. Now, another thing that this affects is the children having no voice or feeling as if they have no voice. When you don't know anyone and you're overgrouped together in certain situations and labeled, after facing such horrible situations in life, placing you into these homes and facilities, children feel as if they have no value. They feel as if they have nothing to share, nothing to contribute, that their feelings and opinions and needs aren't worthy of being shared. And when kids in these situations just don't share them, don't explain what their needs are, they don't get the treatment and the things that they need in return. So when these kids feel these overwhelming feelings while being in these homes, they don't share their needs and they're not going to receive them. And this causes all of these children's true needs to be completely overlooked and spend half their time while in this facility not getting the things that they truly need. One more really important fact really that children face while in the foster care system is that not a lot of these homes focus on reunification. Now what reunification is that when a child is living at the beginning, they're obviously living with their families and they're having what should be a good time, but if something bad happens, they're removed from that home and they're put into the foster care system. Now, what the main priority, of course, should be is to help that family heal, return to be a comfortable place for that children to return to, and then return the children to that safe original home. But that doesn't seem to be the option that they choose most of the time. While it is the number one priority and the main goal, it simply isn't an option. It gets overlooked in many homes, and it strips that child and that family of that opportunity to grow from what they could have had and keep living on. And of course, this is only if it is a safe and changed home that's really able for that child to come back. But nonetheless, that option gets overlooked, and these kids are kept in these homes until the age of 18 when they're forced to age out and have to leave. And of course, there are ways to solve these issues in the foster care system and make this system a more welcoming and safe space for kids facing these life-changing events at such young ages. One of these things that people can do and often choose to do to help these kids is to become a personal assistant or mentor for kids in these homes. And there's tons of groups online that you can find, sign up for, and they will show you from step to step how to talk to these children in foster homes, how to aid them and help them to the best of your abilities, because they just need someone to help them, talk to them, and improve their life while they're in these homes. And there is actually a website called adoptuskids.org. And you can get on this website and it'll give you information about adoption, about assisting and just supporting these kids. And of course, another great viable option to help these kids and help solve this foster care system issues are, of course, adopting. When people are at that age of life when they want to start having children or growing their family, adoption is always an option. Taking that full step instead of going through other options like giving birth or surrogacy, options like that, adoption is a great choice. You can take these kids who have struggled and could have had a great home, and you can fully provide that for them. And of course, these are all just options, but they are great, viable options that will help solve the issues that we see presented in the foster care system. Now, in summary of all of this, well, there are, of course, many issues in the foster care system. Taking simple steps and becoming educated can help children in the system become more comfortable, safe, happy, and hopefully and eventually become adopted. And remember, if this was you all alone and scared in the system, wouldn't you want a little help too? Thank you.